All right, let's dive into one of the most powerful tools we have for getting things done, goal setting. And I don't mean just making a wish list. We're talking about the actual science behind what keeps us motivated and on track. It's gonna be good.
So, does this sound familiar? You set a big, exciting goal and you're all in for like a week or two. And then, poof, the motivation just vanishes. We've all been there. But here's the thing. It's probably not a problem with you, it's a problem with how you've set up the goal. And today we're going to fix that structure.
So to make sure we're all on the same page, let's start with the official definition. Back in 1981, a group of researchers basically defined a goal as what an individual is trying to accomplish. Simple, right? It's the point of what you're doing. This is our starting line.
But if it's really that simple, why do we so often fail to reach our goals? Well, it turns out that just knowing what a goal is doesn't help. We've got to understand the fundamental problem with how most of us go about it.
And here's the classic trap. We get so fixated on that big, shiny finish line. Winning the race, getting the promotion, whatever it is. And look, that's important for inspiration, but staring at something so far away can be totally overwhelming. It can actually crank up your anxiety and make the whole journey feel impossible before you've even started.
So what's the fix? Well, we need a better toolkit. Instead of having just one giant, intimidating goal, we need to realize there are different kinds of goals, and they all have to work together as a team. In our toolkit, we've got three main players. First up, outcome goals. This is the big win, right? Being selected for the team, winning the competition. It's all about how you stack up against others. Then you have performance goals. These are all about you competing against you. Hitting a personal best time, for example. And finally, you've got process goals. These are the tiny, in-the-moment actions, like focusing on your form while you run. Now, here's what makes this whole thing click. It's all about control. Think about it. You have very, very little control over an outcome goal. You could have the best game of your life and still lose because the other team was just on fire. But you have almost total control over your performance and your process. Those depend on your effort, your commitment. And that difference right there, that's the secret to staying motivated.
So how do we put these three goal types together in a way that actually works? Well, I want you to picture it like you're building a pyramid, a super strong, stable pyramid for success.
Every good pyramid needs a solid base, right? And the base of your success pyramid is made up of your process goals. These are the daily habits, the techniques, the strategies you can focus on every single day. They are 100% in your control, and they are the absolute bedrock of your progress.
Now, sitting on top of that strong foundation, we build the middle layer with our performance goals. These are your personal bests, your milestones. They're the proof, the hard data that all those daily process goals are actually working.
And then, way up at the very top, that's where your outcome goal sits, the big prize. See, now it's not some far-off, scary dream. It's the logical peak that's being held up by this massive, solid structure of performance and process you've built underneath it.
So you can see how it all connects. Your daily process goals give you the power to hit your personal performance goals. And hitting those performance goals consistently is what gives you the absolute best shot at achieving that final outcome. You're not just wishing for it, you are literally building your way to it, block by block.
Okay, but building this pyramid isn't just about going through the motions. There's a really important psychological piece to this. The mindset you bring to the whole process can make or break your success. Psychologists talk about two main mindsets here. On one hand, you've got the task-oriented mindset. This is all about getting better, mastering the skill, and improving on your own past performance. Success is just about being better than you were yesterday. On the other hand, there's the ego-oriented mindset. This one's all about proving you're better than other people. Success only counts if you win. And here's the connection. A task-oriented person naturally focuses on those controllable process and performance goals, while an ego-oriented person can get obsessed with that uncontrollable outcome goal at the top.
And the research on this is just so clear. When you adopt a task-oriented approach, when you focus on your own improvement, you build incredible resilience. You actually try harder, you stick with things when they get tough, and believe it or not, you enjoy the journey a whole lot more.
See, the big risk with being purely ego-oriented is that your motivation becomes super fragile. As long as you feel like you're the best, you're fine. But the second you doubt your ability or you face someone better, that motivation can just completely collapse. It can make you want to avoid challenges, give less effort, or even just quit altogether.
Okay, So we've covered the theory, we've got the pyramid structure, and we understand the mindset. Now, let's get down to brass tacks. How do you actually start building this thing for yourself, like today?
Here's your simple 3-step playbook. Step 1. Define the peak. What's that big outcome you're shooting for? Step 2. Work backwards. What are the personal best milestones, your performance goals, that will tell you you're on the right path? And step 3, and this is the most important, identify your daily process goals. What are the simple, controllable actions you're going to focus on every single day?
So I'm going to leave you with this question. Forget about the peak of the pyramid for a minute. Just look down at the base. What is one single, simple, totally controllable action, one process goal that you can absolutely achieve tomorrow? Because that is where real, lasting motivation begins.